You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snake Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. The show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow us a session. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those there are the 7 C's as we navigate on top of those 7 C's. I am the captain of the voyage, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway, Mr. 1597 himself. The title of our video today is The Self-Destruction of Snitch9 to Coochie. We get it from Get Like Prince. That's the channel. Go subscribe over there. But with no further ado, let's see what Snitch9 to Coochie has been up to. Oh, my mama.
Right now, 6ix9ine is officially broke. The IRS just came and ran through and took everything because he was $22 million in debt from situations that he could have avoided. This man owed so much on his taxes and was in so many legal problems. That's how much debt he was in. The man's entire downfall was his fault, from these situations to dissing every single artist known to man at the start of his career. From the start of his career, his downfall was inevitable. Everything revolved around beefing with people. And it would go from that to him snitching and getting blackballed, to him racking up all of this debt off crazy situations. You just gotta sit and listen to the story. So, like I said, 6ix9ine, real interesting character. This man has been a problem since the start of his career, since he became a face in the game. He'll blow up off being disrespectful and turn that disrespectfulness into a whole rap career. Now look, as much as people don't want to admit it, during 2018, 6ix9ine run musically was crazy. That don't mean he was a good person. That don't mean people liked him, but musically, he was everywhere. He was in front of everybody every month. He always had a new song coming out. At that time, 6ix9ine had the world in the headlock. Then his whole image of being this untouchable dude just added interest on top of everything.
What's up, Lil? What's up, goofball?
Yo, you had me dying this whole live, blood.
I'm already knowing, but where you at though?
New Year.
So that'll get smoke, you damn dummy.
What's
wrong with you?
Gangsta, I'm out here.
You not out here. You not telling nobody your local. You scared, bro. You got police.
Meet me at O Block in 30 minutes.
Look, our hood.
Meet me at O Block in 30 minutes.
Because you got all the police with you. So
Meet
our
me at
hood
O Block
not
in 30
even
minutes.
hot no more. You got all the police with you, 96.
Yo, Duck, listen. Yo, Duck, listen.
So can't nobody tell you. Can't nobody
no
different. You not even.
Go run down.
Your ass from
Go
the
run
good
down.
part. You from the nice part of New York.
You gonna smack the shit out of me, but you haven't ran down on none of the that killed your homies.
Bro, where you think they at, bro? They ass with my homies. Why you saying that on live, bro? You want me to trick on myself? You sound
no,
like
it's not.
I gotta know you's a bitch. You out here telling.
Killed your homies and
You talking about he wants you to on yourself, and you just did. Bless the dead, but I never understood how niggas that's really about that get on these cameras and pop it and threat and all that. You would think that's for that's Bush. I gathered about dude, he was really about all that, but he on here popping it. Cold generation.
Still out there.
Hey, look, you the teller, man. I'm still in Chicago.
But at the same time, 6ix9ine would have this explosive blow up in rap. He would also have some bad allegations put onto him. Now, I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail on this, but just know he became one of them people that couldn't go near schools. Gotta watch what I say. We are on YouTube, but just know 6ix9ine was a weirdo. And I'm telling you all of this to really give you an idea of how hip hop felt about 6ix9ine. But that wasn't the only problem he was facing at the time. Back during the time when he was beefing with everybody, 2018.
Bro, put the shit away, cause when you shit on yourself, you didn't pull that out.
Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
On yourself, you didn't pull that out.
Hey, you too internet, bro.
No, listen, when you shit on yourself, Why didn't you do
Hey,
this?
look, fuck that.
Why
That's
didn't you
cap,
pull that
man.
gun out when you on
You
yourself?
been in there, shorty. You ain't even in the...
We would also see him not just beef with people, but show signs of money problems. Now, he was a rapper doing rapper shit, meaning he buying jewelry, he buying cars, he blowing all kind of money, right? But at the same time he was blowing this money, he would also be racking up a lot of debt. And I mean, it would start to add up over time. For example, 2018, remember, he's beefing with everybody. He can't just go outside. If 6ix9ine want to go outside, he needs security. He needs 24/7 security because this is the position he put himself in. 6ix9ine at this point goes and hires security, around the clock security, but there was a problem. He ain't pay up. They did the work for weeks and weeks and weeks, but 6ix9ine never paid up. And it wasn't like these security guards was getting paid chump change. They was getting some real money. During the day, the guards would get paid $85 an hour. And during the night, they getting $127 an hour. But remember, this was 24/7. All the time. This added up crazy, and these people was expecting to get their money, but it never came through. According to the docs obtained by TMZ, the company he signed a contract with claimed to provide around-the-clock armed security. The lawsuit even includes a detailed schedule of shifts they have said they work. All in all, this company says Tekashi's tab came to a little over $75,000 for the job, but when it came time to pay up, they claim he simply refused to fork over the money. Now they want a judge to step in. The company says they want what they're owed on the contract plus the late fees and legal fees that are added up. In total, they asking for 88 racks. 6ix9ine lawyer would come out basically trying to defend 6ix9ine, saying, look, that wasn't even his responsibility to begin with, and that this company's beef should be with 6ix9ine's booking agency and not actually 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine security guards not getting this money was kind of a funny thing to hear because he wasn't paying security in the time where he needed security more than anybody else in the industry. So there was a time where 6ix9ine, like I said,
Not too wise, snitching on to coochie. Oh, my mama.
he didn't have no security, and they caught up to him. In the middle of 2018, 6ix9ine was out. The man got caught lacking bad, and this is what happened. It said 6ix9ine was out. It's like 4 a.m. He's shooting a music video. Music video ends. He goes home. He pulls up to the house, but another car pulls up behind him. They wasn't playing with him. They strapped. They pistol whip him. They throw him in the car and they driving the man around. They telling him, look, bro, give me this money, give me this jewelry, and you can stay alive. But if you don't give us what we asking for, my nigga, we will kill you.
That was crazy. We had audio and all that. This was like a real life reality show.
This is what TMZ wrote. Our sources say that when 3 hooded gunmen got out of the other car and grabbed Tekashi and pistol whipped him, we told the next thing he knew, he was in the backseat of the car as the gunmen were driving around telling them that they needed that money, they needed that jewelry. Our sources say shortly after, the gunmen pulled up the 6ix9ine house. 2 of them made their way inside as a third guarded 6ix9ine in the vehicle. We're told the gunmen took around $750,000 in jewelry and between 15 to 20K in cash. And while all of this was happening, guess who was in the house? 6ix9ine's baby mama and his daughter. That wasn't the end of it though. They went in there, they got what they needed, and they drove away, keeping 6ix9ine in the back of the car. And eventually, he did get out, and he got loose.
I was already home by like 5 a.m. I was already home. I just had stepped out. I had stepped out my house. So I finished the Nicki Minaj video at my friend's studio to work, like to edit, to finish up some editing. We got hit by a car. Like our vehicle got hit by a car from behind. So when our vehicle got hit from behind, as the driver got out, the gunman came out. You know what I'm saying? So
the gunman comes out, points a gun at you. What does he do next? Are you taken into the car and kidnapped? What happens then?
I black out right there. Like all I saw was a flash. You know what I'm saying? It was just like it just happened so quick. Like all I saw was the gun in my face, and that's like when I woke up, I was in the back seat of a car. I didn't have nothing. I literally left my house with like
Whole different persona than it was just popping in that duck. Oh, about mama. Show seemed humble, turned down. What happened to all that when you was at getting that race about when you shit on yourself and all that?
literally nothing. Like I didn't have nothing. All I had on me was a phone and my debit card. When I say, yo, listen, let me, like, you know what I mean? Like, allow me to see my daughter another day. You know what I'm saying? I got a 2-year-old daughter at home. You know what I'm saying? Allow me to see my daughter another day.
He done watched too many movies. That's what they say in the movies. Oh, have a wife at home and kids, man. Oh, my mom. It either worked or they wasn't finna do you no way, though, man. He was copping, though. It's crazy.
I said, I got some jewelry in the house. Y'all can have that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell them where I lived. They went to the front of my house. So it was just like somebody must have told them where I lived. They've been following me. They've been watching me. So it was like an inside job. At least when you speak this for words, like I wouldn't want to set up a publicity stunt and lose close to $1 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess I'm like the boy who cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? Like the person who trolls so much. Like when it's actually real, people just don't believe it anymore because it's like, oh, he's trolling. You know what I'm saying? As much as I want to be a regular person,
But you can't be, because you're not.
yeah, like I can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just impossible.
I hope this ends up at the LA Fitness when he got his feet with my mama.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it comes with the fame.
So the one time 6ix9ine would come out the house with no security, you see exactly what would happen to him. But there will only be a few months left of 6ix9ine being free after this, because as you know, as everybody knows, he would turn around and snitch on his gang, snitch on all the people he was doing crime with, in the streets with. He sat in prison for years and he had legal problems waiting on him as soon as he got free. March 2020, we would have 6ix9ine in money problems, bad money problems. I mean, money problems stemming from before he even went to jail. Remember, 2018, he got locked up. 6ix9ine, the hottest thing ever. Everybody was paying attention to him, meaning brands was paying attention to him, meaning companies was paying attention to 6ix9ine. And one of these companies just so happened to be Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova reached out to 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, a dumbass, he ended up going to jail. Pretty much, he made this deal with Fashion Nova where he would promote the brand on social media, promote it through his music, all of that. He was gonna be endorsing Fashion Nova. They even paid the nigga in advance of $225,000 in October. But this is where the problem comes. 2 weeks after they passed this bread to 6ix9ine, guess what happens? He goes to prison. But he never paid the money back. We had Fashion Nova calling him up like, bro, look, you in jail, we want our money back. You ain't spending it, I know you got it. But he never gave that money back. So that 200 racks went from $200,000 to 2.25 million. Fashion Nova wanted that bag because he was lying, and they threw interest on top. But what I'm about to say is crazy though. That 2.2 million was gonna be the least of his problems, because 3 days after the Fashion Nova case, he would get sued again for 150 million. Now, the case didn't go through, I don't think, but he was still getting sued for 150 million. Remember back in the day, he beefed with all these rappers. He got all these gangs mad at him. So if he going somewhere, he actually got to be careful. Like, nigga, he got to watch his back because he don't know who coming for him. And this is what happened. 6ix9ine was out. Some shit popped off because he's a bad person. He gets online talking crazy, beefing with all these people. Now they want to kill him. 6ix9ine goes somewhere. Shots end up going off because it's a rival gang there. This woman, she was there. She claims that what happened that day ruined her life. She wanted to be a cop, but when these shots rang off trying to hit 6ix9ine, one of them hit her in the ankle. Her whole leg messed up, her whole foot messed up. And she didn't like this. She was basically like, 6ix9ine, you killed my dreams of wanting to become a cop because now I can't do that anymore. This what TMZ wrote. As Jane Doe claims the rapper is responsible for the stray bullet striking her left foot and therefore shattering her dreams of becoming a police officer. In the docs obtained by TMZ, the woman says that all of this went down in July 2018 when she was.
It's crazy how that start making you responsible for all type of shit just because you popping.
Hanging out in the courtyard of the Smurf Village apartment complex in Brooklyn. Coincidentally, she claims several members of the notorious 9 Trey Bloods behind 6ix9ine's kidnapping were also there filming the music video. Word got back to Tekashi, and she alleges that he ordered them to shoot him up. When bullets started flying, one hit her foot, and she also hurt her knee and back while falling to the ground. Her injuries require surgery, physical therapy, and she's been treated by.
They made him liable for this? That's crazy. If they made him liable for this, then why he wasn't charged with this? Deep.
A psychologist, according to the suit. She couldn't continue working at Century 21 due to her injuries and had to scrap plans to attend the police academy. So she would turn around and sue Tekashi for $150 million in damages. She was like, you ruined my life. But we'll have Tekashi's attorney come back and try to flip the situation. This is what he said. It's suspicious that the plaintiff only sued Daniel Hernandez, who was never identified as the shooter in her case. The plaintiff did not sue the persons actually involved in her shooting. To be clear, 6ix9ine ain't shooter, but 6ix9ine getting hit with both of these cases back to back will really start up a pattern that we will see get worse over time. Right when 6ix9ine
So they didn't say whether or not she got that cheat.
got free, even past these lawsuits, he would go back to living a regular life. He gets out, he immediately get on IG, trolling the world, 1 million people watching live.
Come take this off real quick. I'm gonna get back to this. Hold on. Let me take all this jewelry off. I don't give my old jewelry back to get new jewelry. This is $500,000. $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch. Well, I think like 2 people got it, but if you don't got this watch, we can't beef. Me and you are not in the same bracket at all. If you don't got this watch right here, this watch right here, this watch, over $500,000, why we can't beef? I broke the YouTube. I'm at 5 million views in 1 hour. Y'all can't even get 100,000 views. Listen. We can't beef. There's no beef. I'm the king. Y'all know this. Listen, you know the legendary that I be talking about? You know why people so mad? Because they thought it was over for me. They counted me out. Oh, you ratted, it's over for you. Y'all could never cooperate with the government and come back. Y'all could never do that. I'm a living legend at the age of 24 years old. Look at the...
Bear with me 1 second. I had to. I just had to.
Look at these 1.6 million. Shout out to Tory, shout out to Drake, shout out to Bad Bunny. Y'all niggas can never stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Look at this 1.6 million. 1.6 million. We can't beef. Me and y'all not the same. King of why I keep hearing King of New York, King of New York. Y'all not the kings of New York. Look at the numbers. Oh, why he winning right now, yo? Yo, how y'all let that kid rat, right? How y'all let him rat and come home to beat, still get more numbers?
Keep in mind, this whack hoe no 100 partner on my mama type of cash he roll with. I mean rats he roll with.
Than us. Break all the records. Why y'all can't stand it or something? Y'all can't stand it. Y'all can't listen. You live your whole life, right? You live your whole life trying to be a real nigga. And this is me. This is real Danny 6ix9ine, right? This is some Daniel Hernandez. You live your whole life trying to be a real nigga, trying to be a stand-up tall, loyal guy. To shit on a kid like me, to be like, yo, he's a rat, he's a rat, he's a rat, he's a rat. To be like, yo, he ratted. To then a rat like me to come home and still do more numbers than you, I would be mad too. I would be mad too. If a rat came home and did more numbers than me, I would be mad too. Because no matter how much dirt y'all throw on my name, and I've seen everything. Everybody want to be quiet now. For 2 years, y'all made fun of me. Y'all done made memes of me. Y'all done threw my name in the dirt. Yo, rat, fucking y'all didn't go through what I went through. And I still came home and I'm a legend at the age of 24 years old because I came home and a rat is doing more numbers than you. I would be mad too.
And for a few months, 6ix9ine will be getting sued for a whole bunch of shit. Not nothing to do with necessarily money, but what cases he had going on. But that was until 2021, where he would make a mistake that was gonna really cost him everything. So 6ix9ine out one night, and you know people don't like him. 6ix9ine's a snitch. People gonna talk trash if they see him. And he's at the club this one night. A dude sees him. He's like, bro, you's a rat. 6ix9ine gets mad that the nigga called him a rat. They get to arguing. It escalated. It went from just an argument to 6ix9ine actually being angry. He's mad. So he grabs a bottle. He throws it at old dude. But this was the problem. Bro aim was trash. He don't hit old dude. He hits a dancer, a bystander. And 6ix9ine just threw a bottle. A bottle in the club. That ain't gonna be some light shit. It ain't gonna leave a little bruise or something. It busted her whole head. She ended up going to the hospital. She had to get stitches. This case would be one that will really hurt his pockets. Like I say often, these rappers got cheese. They got money. They got things that people want. And these judges won't hesitate to make an example out of a rapper. And the judge in this case did exactly that. It will go from 6ix9ine just hitting a woman with a head with a bottle to a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. See, after the situation, it wasn't like, oh, you just can pay for my medical damages. They was like, nigga, you want to crash out in the club right after you got out of jail and you got some money? We gonna make an example out of you. Judge wanted $10 million. And at first, 6ix9ine couldn't pay that. He couldn't throw over that $10 million. So the judge was like, you know what? You can't pay it. We about to take some shit. Judge like, you know what? Look, give me his Rolls Royce. Give me the mansion in order to cover the judgment. And as the years will go on, we would see this case develop. So keep that in your mind. But this still wasn't the last of his problems. 2022 will come around. 6ix9ine getting sued again. More money. December 2021. He kind of ran off with some money. Once again, he was signed a deal with Stream Music, right? They paid him $150,000 to look. All you gotta do is promote our gigs, and you coming up off $150,000. But 6ix9ine didn't do the promos. He didn't do the shows. He vanished. And when the company was asking for that money, he did what he did.
He stayed running off on the plea now. On my mama.
Before he did what he does best, he disappeared. So he was taking on all these different cases, too many to count, but at the same time, he would start spiraling bad. During these 2020s, we would see 6ix9ine spiral. One, the music was trash. The music wasn't hitting like it used to. The antics aren't there to hype the music up and boost it up. And sonically, that shit was not hitting. He was flopping bad. So, I mean, the man would go from getting hit with all of these kind of lawsuits to having all the trash he'd been talking over the years finally catching up to him. One day, he out at the gym. People seen him, some Latin King gang members seen him, and they ran down on 6ix9ine. They beat him crazy at the gym. It's viral everywhere. For the first time in years, people are seeing 6ix9ine get caught lacking. After all the disrespect he done put on the internet, after everything he said, he got beat up. And not too long after 6ix9ine would get beat up, all three of the people that jumped him would get booked. One of the men arrested in Tekashi 6ix9ine gym beatdown is a high-ranking member of the Latin Kings gang. According to the deputies who busted him, the Palm Beach County Sheriff says the oldest of the three men who was arrested for robbing and assaulting 6ix9ine is a documented Latin King gang member who for several years has held a high-ranking position in the gang. The sheriff says the Latin Kings have a rich history of being allies with the Blood Gang, which is notable because Tekashi famously flipped on Blood Gang members in federal court. So think about it. In just the last few years, we done had 6ix9ine get hit with lawsuits on lawsuits. The man got beat up. Then to make it all worse, in April of last year, we would see the nigga get ran down on by the IRS. They ran in his house. They took everything. They took his cars. They took his jewelry. All of this adding up to over $10 million, especially with these lawsuits from over the years. It was just making his debt, it was making his problems so much worse. All of this debt, all of these issues he was in was adding up. 20 million, 22, 23 million. And right now, I think 6ix9ine is in too much debt to recover from. But at the same time, we would have 6ix9ine drowning in debt. He would get some W's. October 2024, just a few months ago, right? He would sign this deal where 6ix9ine would get paid $6 million under some specific circumstances. According to the contract obtained by TMZ, Tekashi is being paid $1 million for this album, which will feature 10 songs, and he gonna make $250,000 for every concert of an upcoming tour. This all adds up to Tekashi potentially pocketing over $6 million. So 6ix9ine had a perfect deal in front of him. Now, it wasn't all of his debt, but it was just something. He had a perfect deal in front of him that was gonna give him a little bit of money. That was gonna give him, well, that shit ain't a little bit of money, but in his situation, it kind of is a little bit of money when he in that much debt. So he had the perfect opportunity in front of him, but there was just a few conditions that came along with this money. The conditions were 6ix9ine, you can't get arrested, you can't be beefing with nobody, and you just need to be out the drama, be out the news. This $6 million is yours. But he sold the bag. Just a few weeks after they tell this nigga, don't go to jail, this man does exactly that. He gets locked up and the whole deal out the window. 6ix9ine got booked because he tested positive for meth on a drug test. Tekashi's lawyer tells TMZ that he was notified 2 weeks.
Nah, not a method, man. Matthew hanging with Methany. He's a tweaker coming through your speaker. Oh, my mama.
Weeks ago that he violated the terms of his probation. He was ordered to appear in front of a federal judge in New York today, but he was an hour late into the hearing, so the judge sent out the U.S. Marshals. His lawyer said there were 3 violations according to the government. Tekashi performed in Las Vegas without permission from his probation department. He failed a drug test, tested positive for meth, and he also failed to take a drug test at another time. And then they tried to have a whole argument that him testing positive for that meth was a false positive because he takes Adderall. I'm not a doctor, nigga. I don't know the actual backing behind that, but I don't think that equal each other. So the point is, this situation didn't help him. Fast forward a few months, yeah, he lost the deal, but 2025 wouldn't have been no better for him. Because not too long ago, it would go from just the IRS taking this stuff to right now actually selling it. I'm talking about everything that he had in his house is up for sale. Even table scrap shit. Stuff that was $25, $50, $45 is up for sale right now. The IRS wanted their money that bad. Fake earrings, cubic zirconia was online up for sale. But right now, 6ix9ine is still drowned in debt. Who knows what's next for him? Because I don't think 6ix9ine about to turn around and drop a hit song that's gonna net him $20 million. I don't think anybody's gonna actually wanna give him a brand deal or give him a deal that could get him out of this $20 million because he gonna mess it up, because he gonna make whatever company try to work with him look terrible. Who knows how he gonna get out of all of this debt, because this is a bad situation he in.
Don't be like Snitch9 to Coochie, man. Count your coins, protect your pennies, be about your money at all costs. Baymac, Blue Smurf, new single, Run It Up, all platforms, Eastside.
Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymac, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me drippin' all this Mac sauce. Baymac, be about your money at all costs. I'm from the land of the crack pavement. When niggas holler stay dangerous and squabble up just like Javante Davis. Niggas haters, they on lame shit. We be on that game shit. He thought he got away. I chase him down LeBron James shit. Blood stain from the stainless. He need a paramedic. And we play ball. Everybody around me athletic. Still stepping. Well committed. I stand on business. Every load I jump in, that bitch tinted. Gon' catch me slipping. About my money low. Run me that bag. Call my bitch and say I need you. She gon' run to me fast. That mafia swag, she can't get enough. And she know I'm about my man. She let her sit and watch me add all this money up. Riders popping out the cut like roaches when the lights on. I'm just like BG with my niggas, whether right or wrong. Dead end mafia. You entering the danger zone. Tiny Macs be cracking heads. You better have your helmet on. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymac. Be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymac, be about your money at all costs. These niggas be hopping out of foreign whips and feeling like they run shit. The homie like Nick Cannon, he a fool with them drumsticks. Serve him and they done with. Have all of them niggas hit. Something heavy in my Baymac sweater. You see the gun print. Yeah, got me bent behind tent, but I'm low key, give a fuck about the busters. The real niggas fuck with me, I move solo. Two pro clubs over polo. You won't catch me in none of you niggas photos. Y'all too friendly. Hopping out, spilling my Remy, smoking on good pressure. Always in a different load. Gotta keep these niggas guessing. Firearms in my possession. Steady counting my blessings. Believe in God and believe in this weapon. And try not to do too much stressing. Ain't seen my daughter in months. And when we FaceTime, I shed tears, I can't help it. And still connected in these streets just like Wi-Fi. Chucking up the set for death though. We gon' rip ride. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymac, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. Baymac, be about your money at all costs.
In that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac, shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, cuz. Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, Craig.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the Black Box. Whoa! With Spider Loke, Most Eastie, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!